Okay, I'd like to call to order the Park Board meeting for Thursday, August 15th. Announcements and public comments. None. Approval of meeting minutes from July 18th. Is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes from July?
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from July 18th.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approval of August claims. I move we approve the August claims.
I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the August claims. All those in favor?
Aye.
Approval of Human Resources Report.
Come on.
Oh, it's very light. Yeah, not a whole lot on there, so.
No. Oh, Ella McGinnis is a part-time intern?
She's gonna intern for us this, actually the whole school year. She's a senior this year, and one of the things they do is go out and intern in the community, and she picked us.
Nice.
That's great.
She's sharp.
Yep.
I move we approve the Human Resources Report.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor? Signify with aye. Aye. Active Adult Center Project update.
Since the last time we talked, I believe the building's gone now. If you haven't drove by, that's a way different looking place than it was. Yeah, so if you haven't drove by, I encourage you to go by and take a look at it. And I know Les has posted a few pictures, which is kind of neat to watch the progress. The last progress meeting that we had was this past Tuesday. They're going to start to do some infrastructure work for the parking lot, and they're still doing a little bit of demo work still with the fence. We did get a report back. Well, I don't think we have the official report back yet, so I don't want to really go into a whole lot of detail about it. But there are some soil condition problems, obviously from a school that was there from that long ago. The more they dig down, the more they find, kind of deal. So we may have to deal with some unsuitable soil issues and those kind of things. But they have done some testing, and we did testing prior to by the way. Shows you how good that testing is. They've also done some additional testing. That's what we're waiting on, is the report back from that before Mark and the engineering department will try to figure out what we do moving forward. The other progress I can give you from our last meeting was the city council did approve purchasing that home that's just north of the existing parking lot. That closing for that house is actually tomorrow at 2:30. We'll take care of that, and that process will be done. So it ended up being, I don't know if I told you last time, the two appraisals were, I'm trying to shoot off my hip here, 108 and 98. So the midpoint of that is 103. And that's what we offered for the property, and that's what she accepted. So that was 103. So that process will be done tomorrow afternoon. Other than that, then we'll work with the planning department, and first we'll work with the fire department. They'll use the house for some training for a few days, and then we'll work with the planning department to get it actually demoed. So. In the meantime, Rock will work on taking care of all the utility disconnections and all that kind of stuff, because he loves doing that. It's one of his favorite things to do. Yeah. So it's moving along. Still, the guy still, the company still says July 5th of next year.
So are we talking toxic chemicals?
No.
in Soil?
No, unsuitable. So it's got old bricks. It's got
Oh,
old this, old that.
Stability.
Stability issues, that's correct. It's got, they found a foundation that maybe, was something about rock, maybe I'm wrong, about 11 feet in the ground.
Yeah, it's the old basement of the old school.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of things that they're finding that, and it's all about stability. So obviously the building has to sit on it, and that's what the issues are, so.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions about the Active Adult Center project or comments?
Kind of related to that, just so you know, the Active Adult Center programming is still going on. So, I mean, they haven't missed a beat. They meet at the Turning Point Church up on the north side, and they also meet at the Rec Center a couple of days a week. And unless Rock will tell you differently, I think their programs are still going great and still have good attendance. So,
That's great. New business, approval of suicide awareness walk at Youngs Creek Park and Greenway Trail, October 19th from 9 to 3.
yeah, this is a request that we got that somebody wants. It's usually a 5K run, is what we see. These kind of things are. This is more of kind of an awareness walk that they're going to do from 9 to 3, probably to raise money. But it's going to go in a loop from Youngs Creek Park to the backside of the cemetery that goes up to South Main Street, there where the Noblets live, and then come back on the sidewalk and basically make that circle the whole time. So it's not on the city streets, so it doesn't really need to go to the Board of Works or anything like that. But it is going to be on the Greenway Trail, so I did want you guys to be aware of it and approve it. So.
Any discussion or comments about that from anybody?
Nope, sounds good.
You want to move to?
Do we have to vote on it? Okay, I would make a motion that we approve the suicide awareness walk.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the suicide awareness walk at Youngs Creek Park and Greenway Trail on October 19th. All those in favor? Aye. Reports. Amphitheater concert, Crush, August 16th. That could be tomorrow.
That is tomorrow, yes.
Pro Bon Jovi.
Yep, they're the Bon Jovi tribute, yeah.
Jovi.
And they were really popular last year, so.
Oh, they were.
And it does look like the weather's going to cooperate tomorrow, so.
Good.
And then the next one is, the next Friday is Groove Smash. I don't know if anybody's ever heard them before, but
Are they?
I think they're 80s and 90s rock.
80s and
too.
90s. Group smash.
And then the Hairbangers Ball.
Friday the 13th.
And the Winter Fun Guide is released.
Yeah, I was going to give Victoria a plug here. Victoria is obviously our new marketing coordinator that started in March, maybe, I can't remember. Has done a great job in the last few months putting together our new fun guide that's going to come out in about a month from now. I think she's just now getting ready to send it to the printer. But she's done a good job all summer long trying to collect pictures and getting everybody's program information. And this one will run all the way until, I believe, April of this coming year. So.
Cool.
My point to that is hopefully by the next meeting you'll have it in your hand. We are going to print hard copies again, and there'll be a lot of new programs in it that you'll get to see. So
Great. And the Fall Festival is just around the corner as
Yeah.
well.
The last thing I heard from Jamie about the Fall Festival was that the booths were already sold out, and they may have been sold out for a month or two. That's how popular. I mean, people really started to sign up early this year. So. But they're planning away, just doing a good job.
And the
So.
parade is at 1 o'clock.
It is at 1 o'clock, yep.
Do you know what time lineup starts at Northwood?
Rock, what time does it start?
I go up there about 11, but there's people up there before that.
There you go. I say that because Rock coordinates the parade. And it's starting at Northwood in the back, so it's not at the middle school. So this parade will actually come all the way down the length of Walnut Street. It won't be halfway.
Yay.
Yeah, so you can see it from your house, John.
I'll throw you candy, John.
That also happens to be the Franklin College Homecoming Day, so it's going to be a lot of people down
Gonna be packed, yep.
Yeah, it'll be busy down there.
And I didn't put that on there because we'll meet before next time, but there are 2 concerts for the Fall Festival, one on Friday night and one on Saturday night. Which is good because, like you said, it's college weekend too, so.
Yeah. Any other comments or questions about the department reports?
The pool's open till Labor Day, so Alfonso does have enough lifeguards to go all the way through Labor Day. Obviously, it's only open on the weekends because kids are back in school and that's it. However, from 10 to 12 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we do have preschool swim, so they can come and use the zero depth pool. And we have had people come and do that. So there may have been 20 or 30 people the other day. So there's still a little bit of opportunity if your kids aren't in school yet. You can still go from 10 to 12 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or the weekends. And one more while I'm thinking about it is Kickapoo finished up since the last time we met. 150 kids all went back to school, and it was quiet the day after.
Calm overtook.
Very calm. Yeah, but Courtney did a good job with the Kickapoo this year too. So.
And financial reports, Athen Rec Fund.
So I think you have a hard copy of that in front of you. And it's two-sided again, so I always want you to be able to look from last year to this year. Les, here's one if you want to look at it. Matter of fact, here's 2 of them. You can see, so I like numbers because I think numbers tell you stories later on that we can look at. And you can see that we had a really good June because of the weather, and then we had a really wet July. And we didn't beat last year's July number because of that. And you'll see that when I talk about the pool financial numbers too, that didn't beat last year's number in July. But we did have a record June, so I mean, technically we're still right on track where we were last year, even though we had a really, really slow July. So the amphitheater's still doing good. Yeah, I don't have any concerns about anywhere. So the parks and cemetery reports we couldn't link on here for some reason, so it's fine. It's not your fault. But I will tell you, so there is one category. There's 2 categories that I'm going to bring to your attention because I'm going to address them with the city council here pretty soon. One is going to be, we're running low in Parks 200, which is supplies, but we have plenty of money in Parks 300, so I'm going to ask them to transfer some money from 300 to 200 for the rest of the year to take care of that. And then the cemetery is running very low on part-time staff. And we typically do sometimes, and it just depends the kind of year we have. Sometimes we have just enough to squeak by, and sometimes we don't. We have to transfer money into part-time staff for the cemetery. And the thinking of that has always been that we could easily lay those people off in the wintertime at the cemetery, but we're going to pay them unemployment anyway. So we usually just keep them on. And if we run into an issue toward the end of the year, then what we'll do is we'll transfer money from unemployment to pay them for part-time. So that way at least we get their services that way at the cemetery. Plus, they're also working on that headstone project right now, which is a good thing. We'll keep them busy all the way through the end of the year. So those are 2 transfers I will probably have the city council do between now and the end of the year. But I wanted to make you aware of that.
More specific, what is the headstone project? Is that like where they're picking up broken ones?
Yep, that's exactly what it is. So there are several, there's a lot actually, of old stones that are either broken, they're leaning, they have already fell over, all those kind of things. The city council approved, I can't remember off the top of my head how much exactly it was, but it was just under $40,000 to have as many as we could repaired. That gets us about 100, I believe, They've already started too. I don't know if you want to drive through there and see, you'll see where they. So our guys are picking up the stones or at least removing them, and then we'll have a company come in and stabilize it and pour new concrete, and then our guys will place them back in place, either with their help or by themselves. It just depends on how big they are and all those kind of things. So we're hoping to have 100 of them done before the end of the year, and then. I can already tell you that the mayor and I met, this has been weeks ago, and we've already put money in it for next year, just to keep going. So hopefully that'll be a yearly thing that, as we go along, that we can do that every year and start to really make a dent into it over there. So, because if you've ever walked through there or even drove through there, there are a lot that are like that. So.
Everybody had a chance to read this letter?
Yeah, so I wanted to give that to you. So we're not going to do anything about it today because I just got this yesterday. But I did want to make it, we got a letter from somebody that was asking to put a plaque in, and Brock, tell me if I'm wrong because I think I read this 4 times. They want to put a plaque in the park in memory of someone, and then they wanted to do something else at the pool. I hadn't really had a time to dive into it, but if you'd like to read it, and maybe we can discuss it at the next meeting.
I think the pool, they were wanting more just a designated area for maybe handicap chairs.
Yeah, but she's asking specifically for 10 chairs and umbrellas.
Does that seem like a lot?
10 umbrellas does.
10 sounds like a lot to me.
It is,
but-
yeah.
Okay.
We've never had that request before, so.
And when I talked to her, I didn't know that they already had the plaque because I said we have plaques that are attached to benches.
Yeah.
And she said this is like a 12 by 12 granite plaque, which no bench will support. So it would have to go under it or something like that. So I don't know how you want to approach that.
Like I said, we don't need to talk about it today if you don't want to, and just think about it, and it's something we can discuss. The other thing is there's no time pressure on it either. I mean, it is what it is. So I mean,
I've just read it twice, but it might behoove us to have Lynn read over this because it is a complaint about not providing a chair or umbrella for this man who it sounds like had a heat stroke or something. So I don't know if there's culpability here or not, but probably wouldn't hurt to. And I don't know this woman or this person at all, or if they're reputable or whatever, but clearly there's some bad blood in the family, so.
yeah.
I thought it was tacky to have that drama in there.
I know, I thought it was too. Could have left that out.
And that's a good idea. I'll do that too. That's a good idea. Anyway, I got it. It's addressed to you. It's not addressed to me, so I wanted to make sure you had it. So.
Thanks.
If you start allowing plaques, then where does it stop?
That's, I think, something you need to discuss.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially a plaque that's already been made and.
That's
you know,
not.
won't match what.
Won't match what we normally
That's a
would have
foot
had.
by a foot. I mean, the plaque he's talking about on the bench is, you've seen them.
Yeah.
Just
Like
on
this.
the back of the bench where you it won't
Yeah.
impede anything or.
Especially if there's some snide language on it. Like,
Which is enough.
I sense some bad blood here that she's angry because they didn't get to celebrate their father's death or whatever, but I don't know, I sense, I smell a rat here, but not in a mean way. I'm just concerned that this is somebody had a bone to pick, and so maybe this is a way they're expressing themselves.
Yeah, so just keep that one. Like I said, if we don't get a chance to discuss it next month, we have plenty of time to discuss it. So what we may end up doing is what I just heard Michelle say, is we may end up needing a policy that says, here's how you get a plaque for a memorial like that. I've seen those kind of policies before where it says, you know, so I've seen one, because I looked into this a few years ago, where it says you can't even put a plaque on anything park related until the person has been passed away for 5 years to take care of any, you know, lingering thing that might be there. You can't name something after somebody, you know, until a certain time period. There's all kinds of policies that are out there. Well, I'll even pull some up and we'll get them to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we probably should have a policy that goes, like you said, boy, I could see you getting 12 of these.
Forest, like,
Right,
Yes.
everybody wants one.
we don't want tombstones in the park. Well, we already have some, but we can't help it.
And that's kind of what the tree dedication program is for.
Yeah.
So
we have opportunities for this, so it's not like we don't.
Yeah, we
But
put a
but there
tree
are
in.
standards, yeah.
Plaque is in our lobby on the board,
That's
so
correct.
Did you mention that?
I did not, because she
Yeah.
wanted this plaque, so I was like,
Right,
"Well,
but-
I'll talk to the park board."
So do you have to make the phone call on whatever decision is made?
Oh, I don't know. There's always email too.
That's right, there you go.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, so just know we'll work on this for, I mean, like I said, there's no time crunch for it or anything like that,
I
so.
mean, we could easily move, like, make a sign that says handicap seating.
I've just never been to a facility that has that, so I've never seen that before.
Pool and a pool? Really? Well, I mean, I think she makes a point. I mean, what if you're in a wheelchair and you go there and you can't find a place in the shade?
Are there extra umbrellas that the lifeguards could bring out if they see a situation that it's needed? Is there space for that?
I mean, yeah, probably, I mean, yeah,
I mean, it could be handled in a way without designated areas.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let Lynn look at it.
First time in 30 years I've had that request, so.
Yeah, I think letting Lynn look at this might be a good
Okay.
idea.
That's what we'll do.
Not tolerating the heat's two different.
Any other comments? Oh, I've got a comment. I got a question. I was down at the splash pad, and have we replaced, since last weekend, have we replaced mallets for some of the musical things that don't have them?
Good question.
I bet those disappear a lot,
They
don't
do. Matter of fact, the reason they're not currently down there is because I got a quote to replace them, and they were, I believe, $188 a piece
Dang.
for one of those little rubber mallets. And my comment to Nate was, I find it hard to believe we can't find those cheaper somewhere else.
I think we can.
So we're looking into that. We know they're gone.
Drill a
Yeah.
hole in the handle and
Yeah, exactly.
run chain through it or something.
I'm gonna find something that if I have to replace it, it's $20, not 180. And it may have been more than that. It could have been 388 or something crazy. But I was like, and I think we need like 6 of them. So we were talking about like $1,500, and I'm like, no, there's got to be a different way to do that. So we're looking into that.
Okay.
That was on top of, we just replaced, so that playground alone, I just signed, Brooke, is that not what I signed today? It was. Just shy of $4,000 in vandalism that I had to replace the stuff on,
Wow.
that I signed it for today.
and it's all the older kids, and they're using those things as weapons.
And that did not include those because I marked them out, because I wouldn't buy them.
Yeah, I don't blame, no, not that much. I think we-
Even like some woodworking class, make me, like you said, a wooden one, and I'll put a hole in it or something and do something. But like $388 a mallet, and I was like, there's no way. So. But it was still, like I said, it was still just shy of $4,000 for the other stuff. We needed a seat for one of the, what looks like teeter-totter things. One of those busted, and I can't remember what the other thing was.
The Tri-Runner,
Oh, yes. It's the thing that goes in a circle that have ropes on them. A couple of those pieces, somebody broke those too.
It's a kind of a remote area where they could, you know, at dusk or after dark, they could mess it up and no one's gonna hear them or see them.
Yep. And our frustration, it is cameraed
Have some
down there.
camera down there.
So, and it's not like we don't have cameras, because we do. And it's very well cameraed. But the problem is that, somebody won't tell us for 3 or 4 days that it's broke, and our guys don't notice it. And then Rock would have, because Rock's the one that's the expert on the video, would have to sit through 24 hours a day video for 4 days on the off chance that we might see it.
Yeah.
So, and that's like a needle in a haystack. So, if it was something major that we knew, for example, at 9 o'clock it was okay, and at 8 o'clock in the morning it wasn't, it's easy to find then. But we didn't even know. Michelle, are you the one that texted me about it?
The blue
Yeah.
center tawdry seeds?
We didn't even know it was broke when you text me. So,
I love those Tudor daughters. What's the back?
yeah, they have the seats, yeah. They're nice.
Any other park board comments? Or comments?
And by the way, thank you. Like if you're out like Michelle, or you just, said though, if you're out and about and you see something, please let us know, because normally, if you see something, tell us, because that's usually the first report we're going to get from you. Because everybody says that they call, but they never do. So,
And you brought up additional parking for the, what is the name of
Active
that?
Adult Center?
No, the pickleball courts off of King Street.
yeah.
Are we gonna do that?
Nope. I'm glad you mentioned that. We did, so we did look into it. And you'll notice it's striped for parallel parking, because that's what it was originally intended to do. We looked into adding a little asphalt to it to make it angle parking. The engineer's estimate was $78,000 to do that.
They just walk across that bridge?
And my idea was, instead of spending $78,000, we invest in $200 in
Signs.
2 signs that says parking available on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, okay.
That's what we did.
That place is packed
It
out.
is, yeah. We got a good comment from Josh Prine at the last council meeting about, the good job you guys did on getting that all redone. Because like you said, Josh is right. Before, it was a ghost town over there.
Yeah.
And now,
It's packed.
it's packed. Yeah.
Yeah,
So sometimes we do good stuff.
most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, we do good stuff. Okay, I'm entertaining a motion to adjourn if there's no other comments.
I make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
I would second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.